Blessings, 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 one and all. We got a vibe, man. Today's a shorter show. We're gonna see if we can bring our special guest on. We'll see how that goes. And it's vinyl. It's summertime, so the vinyl vibe continues. So I'm gonna be dropping some vinyl on y'all. Gotta big up everybody over there at Jamaicans.com. I'm gonna get the show on the way. You know what I mean? Squeeze out for one tune, a two tune, or whatever, and get into this vinyl right here. Old to the new. I love it so much. We dropped it before, but old to the new. Courtesy of DP Records, all right? That Buja vinyl, should be getting my hands on that Buja Bantan vinyl real soon, so I'm going to bring y'all that too. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into this, man. We got to get into it, all right? Tell your friends to tell their friends. Join us right here. And of course, today's show comes to you courtesy of, here it is on the screen, Under the Stars, Jokes and Jammins, all right? This is going to be coming to you for in celebration of Jamaica's independence. Happy belated Emancipation Day, and we got Independence Day coming up around the corner. This show is going to be Friday, August 3rd at the Totally Delicious Ice Cream Park. All right, you've heard the conversations I've been having. Major Hype, King of Caribbean Comedy. We have Fancy Cat. We have Kathy Grant. We've got Len Hammond. We've got the legendary Eric Donaldson. We got, of course, the big man himself, Christopher Martin. That's going to be in the building. It's going to be dope, man. Get your tickets at totallydeliciousjamaica.com. Like I said, I'm dropping vinyl on y'all this evening. Might have a special guest join me. We got to get into this thing, man. We got to get into this thing. Let's do it.
Ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la. Miss, I love ya. Oh yeah. Ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la. Miss, I love ya. You know, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to own Jaja. Oh no, oh no. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to own Jaja. Not even among the judges. For when I was down and out, he was the one who would buy out. Straight footers and far right, way down in distress, you know. And even when my mother and my father forsake me too, he said, come on, son, come on. I'll take thee up. And that is why you hear me now.
I love this tune, man.
I love ya. Oh yeah. Ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 means I love ya.
It's culture, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
Big record.
I'm not ashamed.
Big record.
I'm not ashamed to own Jaja. Oh no, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to own Jaja. Not even among the greatest set of men. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. Cha la 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 means I love ya up until the end, yeah. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 means I love ya. Truth and truth in ya. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la.
This is Wayne Wonder saying J Code, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I me say this a protege, eh? Homegrown with G Cola, what you say, eh? We make them know what reggae music we a play, eh? Hey, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it. Ease out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate. Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kalia. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. It is Homegrown with G Cole coming to the Massive Crew live across the globe. I gotta big up, of course, everybody watching from near and far. Those people watching on Jamaicans.com, those people watching on the Homegrown with G Cole platform. Thank you all so much for love, man. I appreciate y'all big time. Remember, hit me up on social media at my G Cole, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll let you know who's gonna be in the building, what's going on. Like I said, possibly special guest tonight. We'll see how it goes. All right. But we got some special things for you. Remember, if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, it's available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Amazon Prime, Amazon Music, we there. All right. Listen to some great music, talk to some great people. It is going to be a vibe indeed. Again, Vinyl Light continues, man. It's the summer. Summer not done yet. So we getting you the vinyl. Again, revisiting one of my faves that we dove into earlier. Old to the New, Astelia and Clevie tribute to Joe Gibbs classics. All right, we're just sliding in. It's 2 discs, so we got to get into the next one right about now. But again, big up everybody that's listening, man. Thank y'all for the love, all right? Tell your friends, tell their friends to join us right here. Share the link. Tell somebody to tell somebody that this is where it's at. Again, got a vibe coming your way. Want to big up everybody celebrating anniversaries, everybody celebrating birthdays. Congrats. Congratulations. Listen, I made a post, and it's funny, when we do what we do, everybody's got a response, everybody's got an opinion. I was watching a couple of performances from Reggae Land recently, and I don't claim to have seen all of them, nor have I watched all of anybody's sets, but there are certain things that gets reaffirmed to me when I watch performances right now. When it comes to reggae music, lovers rock music, I think, people always complain more about, what's the future going to hold and what's going on right now, whatnot, not. The reality is this. It'll be all right. There's some dope musicians out there. They're musicians people like. There's some they don't like. Whatever the case may be, it is what it is, right? But when you talk about the music coming from the Rasais of the world, the Kesnamdis of the world, the Proteges of the world, the leaders of the world, and I mean, there may be names that you may like or not like. There's music coming out. We got Romy and Virgo. We got Christopher Martin. We got a lot of folks. A bunch of people. A bunch of people, right? So with that being said, there's a dancehall artist too who traverse the space, and they're popular and they're doing their thing, and you got to give credit again where credit is due, right? However, when you talk about those people who do it the best on a certain level, that level that makes you proud to hit sheer a lot of times, to watch and awe yourself, because eras go by and people get caught up in their era. And I've realized a lot of it, this ageism thing is really, really real. A lot of them people champion causes, not because it's just about the artist, but it's more about the time. And what that time means is it's their time, it's their era. For lack of a better word, my childhood was more significant than my children's childhood. The artists that did their thing when I was a kid that I grew up on are better than the ones that my kids grew up, which that's kind of how people are, right? But the reality of it is it's not necessarily so. But quality is quality and fire is fire. I comfortably have said and will continue to say when it comes to a dancehall show, doesn't matter who you say the king of the dancehall is, it doesn't matter who you like. But when it comes to a dancehall show in particular, the best performers, the best practitioners of the craft right now, especially from a live standpoint, and I'm talking stage, I'm talking about the show, all right? I don't care about what your preferences are and which side you're aligned with. But the best practitioners of those are some of the elders. I want to say elders, I don't mean old people, but I mean the veteran artists, them, not the young people who come up right about now and got this rock star vibe going on. It's an enigma, and some people like it, and a lot of people don't. But they are sustaining, and they have a fan base. Every era likes what they like, and sometimes you have no option but to like it because that's what you're going to get. I do like the reckless abandon, and I like the fearlessness that a lot of these young artists present when they're out there. It's like, yo, fire. But the thing that when I watch the young artists nowadays, to be honest with you, what I see on display is their favorite hip hop artist. Once I watch them and how they deliver what they do, I can tell which hip hop artists they adore and they aspire to be like and they look up to, because they're doing their best impersonation or impression of. You know what I mean? Rock music is rock music. The delivery of it is not the same as reggae and dancehall music. So the concept of I'm a rock star, it is what it is, right? It just is what it is. But again, I look at most of the legends and I talk like Mr. Vegas and them man that are regular and I tear up the thing. And I'll continue to say, vex if them want vex. If I right now, I'm going to shoot out something. I say, listen, to somebody who's unfamiliar with dancehall or reggae and Jamaican music culture, if I got to shoot something out, I said to somebody, say, listen, check this out. You've never heard dancehall. You've never seen it on the stage. I want to introduce you to it. I'm probably going to have to send them my Beanie Man or send them my Vegas. And right now I tell people, I think Vegas is at the top of the plane. He's one of the best to do it. From delivery, optics, the music itself, the catalog, you can't fight. You can't go on the thing. You know what I mean? So I wish the best to the upcomers and all that. But at the end of the day, I saw the thing go. I'm going to put the thing out there. I got people responding saying, yeah, true, but really and truly still Barry's on the dancehall artist. So at the end of the day, I feel like everybody's, I got, what you said something, I got to give my opinion too. One man I'll say, I went and saw Bob Marley. I said, Jesus Christ. Bob and the dancehall artist. Plus, if you got Bob phone number, call him and tell him, say, I want to do an interview. He ain't here no more, man. You understand what I'm saying? So let's focus on who is here. I'm going to be honest with you. I get a little annoyed when we try to get into stuff and people be going to the folks from the grave. Them I go as Zion for bring. So let's, I mean, we got our shells and we respect them, we adore and we appreciate. We're going to keep the legends with the legends, all right? But the legends ain't here no more, man. So let's convince these and stop use Bob Marley as a measuring stick and a beating stick for the youth them too. Because I know phone and says on the name I rate no Bob Marley when Bob was here. Don't celebrate one person for the sole purpose of using that person to diminish somebody else, because that go on. Nonetheless, whatever. We got different things to get into. Me, I love the legends. I love talking to the legends. And today, I have a reason with a legend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who, I tell you all the time, sometimes I leave the studio dumber than I came in here. I be having some conversations sometime when I left and said, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But when I get an opportunity to talk to some people who can enlighten me, I take advantage. And today's special guest, let me make sure I said, ja. Well, go on, my brother, Sir Paul Campbell. What's going on?
Wagwan, the original G Cole. What's up, big man?
Brother,
it's been forever. It's been some time.
It's been a minute, but it's a joy for seeing. It's a joy for seeing.
Always love, peace and love, brother. Always.
But I need the recipe or whatever, because me, I get older and it ain't happening with you. So I need to know what it is. You know what I mean? What's the ointment? What is the juice? What is talk to me.
Truly, my brother, it's nothing that is ever on the shelf. It comes from within, you know?
So loosely translated, I'm screwed.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. You know, the less stress is always best.
Jano. Well, you're coming to town. First of all, I'm super excited You're
No,
coming
not
into
as
town.
excited as I am, my brother. I'm really, it's been a minute that I
Yeah.
haven't been on the stage, and I truly am looking forward to it, excitement, butterflies, I mean, them say you have to be nervous. If you're not nervous, you're never ever going to be good. So,
I love it.
I'm feeling all of that. So, I'm good.
I love it. 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 And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, the legendary Sir Paul Campbell's on the horn with me right about now. And we're talking about a thing called a fusion of planes. All right. An inspirational theatrical performance. And this is going to be at the Island Space Caribbean Museum. And this Thursday, August 6th from 6 to 8. City Ting there. Make sure you get your tickets at islandspacefl.org. Sir Paul, if people don't know, if for the two people that's under the rock that don't know what going on, speak to them for me and let them know what's to be expected when them come out to the event.
All right, what it is originally, it's 3 the Artway, and what we have done is Mark Cameron, AJ Boots Brown, and myself. We have in common that all three of us, we are fine artists. So what we throw in the mix now is AJ does this little thing of being the singer when we have a show. Mark does this thing as the culinary chef. And then I do the monologue. So we still we have a fusion of the music, the food, and the culture. And so we all came together and became 3 the Artway.
I love that.
And so 3 the Artway is now graciously being hosted by Island Space Caribbean Museum. Believe me, I find that place to be an oasis, brother.
It is.
So it's always a pleasure going there to do something. And we're hosted there for at least 3 months.
Wow.
So AJ did his thing. I hope everybody did get an opportunity to go see him. And Mark really threw down and did his thing. And now it's my turn. So I am going to really honor and pay homage to the Right Excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's also a significant day, the 6th of August, no, sir?
Absolutely. We got our we take the whole weekend from emancipation to independence. And sometimes as I have conversations, especially with the young folks, I feel like sometimes they conflate what either is. What precedes what and whatever, what it means to us. And they're both important. People talk about independence, but you can't get independent what's not emancipated. So the two goes together. And none of that happens without the legendary Sir Marcus Messiah Garvey. So the tie-ins right there.
Well, there you go. Well, in a sense, there's an independence in a sense, but but I'm really truly looking forward to the event.
It's funny. I was having a conversation the other day. I've had it live before, but the other day I was saying, when it comes to this whole concept of independence, we have to figure out who's independent from who. So it's like, did Jamaica get independence from England, or did England get independence from Jamaica? And a lot of times I look at it.
That's another show. That's another show.
You know what I mean? So,
that I definitely love to come and sit down and we deal with that part of it.
That needs a whole. That's a whole 2 hour. That's a whole 2 hour dialogue.
There you go, sir. It's going to be some time.
I love it. And I've said this to you before, and I still stick by it. I think your show should be a traveling show in a way I go around the country and bring this to the masses, because there's something powerful about a legend like you showing to the masses that you are. Whenever we have with Bob Marley when it comes to music. So when it comes to theater, the stage, the screen, it's you. When we think of the great one that we're gonna. This is a benchmark right here. If you aspire to do it and you can't do it like that, then it just is what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, no, not it is. It always changes. That's a good thing about change, Change always changes. And there's always young people aspiring, they call them. People, kids who want to, they emulate. And not only emulate, but what I really adore more than anything else, there's some young people coming out of the pack now, that are really original in their interpretations, so it's something to look at, something to marvel at, and it's always good. It's not easy, what if people think it's easy? It's not easy, brother, So you're in a frame with 2 or 3 other people. but you must be seen. But as the actor, how do you individually think about, how do you process that? And how do you make sure that that happens?
Right.
Whole heap of things go on, brother, so it's always good the youth inspired by it. And like I say, the live performance has been sometime. I'd really truly love to do it in schools.
See, I think
You
that is
know,
so important. I think that is so important because that's
you know,
where I think talent wise, the world can't hold, talent wise, individual talent is what it is.
yeah,
But I
you
do think that's where we fall behind is the nurturing process, the nurturing ground. Most other places have that from inception, from youth,
know.
and we need a lot more of that on our little
Yeah,
island.
because if not, I mean, the AI will take over everything.
Yeah.
They won't even. I say you won't need to do that. We'll make it convenient.
Con.
So you don't even need to get above on the culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, we keep it up with the technology here. Sir Paul
But
is
it's
on the
good
horn
that
with me.
you should nurture always nurture. I mean, and how else would they know? How else would
Yeah.
they know? And this is what the island space does. Physically, because there's never a time, as much as I have been there so many times, there's never a time I've been there and have not come away inspired in a particular way, or even sometimes saddened by the same mistakes being made over and over because it's there in history,
Yeah. Yeah.
and also stimulated to know that, I mean, listen, the story continues.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the past, but you are here now, and after you get there's somebody who takes the baton, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so it's like I tell you, brother, that place is an oasis.
I
So I
dig it.
mean, I think it's going to be magic on Thursday, and I'm truly looking forward to it. Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure son of posture and what I really appreciate from someone like yourself is you're doing what you do. You have done it on the highest level, but you also recognize that there's some crop because you know how our people always are complaining, Lord God, who are doing no music, theater, whatever the case may be. But there's some dope talent, like you mentioned. I've seen some stuff, and I'm like, there's some dope people, and it keeps you inspired as a creative yourself. Probably a good place to be to not feel like the craft settles and plateaus with if you're
Yeah,
not
man.
doing
I'm
something.
sure. I'm sure it's even deeper than that, because if you come into a place that houses the past, there must be stuff attached to it,
Yeah,
energy wise.
yeah.
So it's all of these things. So like I say, man, it's a great place to be. And Thursday, the 6th,
Thursday, the 6th of August. And I must
yes,
tell you,
sir.
Kimani Marley was sitting in his chair the other day and he shared a little clip of a trailer. I ain't saying nothing more, of some potentially heat around the corner. So, with the legend on board.
Well,
So
we'll keep that under covers
keep it
because some
under
things
wrap.
have yet to be sorted out.
Man, I dig it. I dig it. So I know you're excited about this. I am. The masses are. And I just want, first of all, I know you got stuff to do. So I want to say thank you so much for even hopping on, spending some time with us. But again, August 6th, Thursday, around the corner,
Hmm.
some special things. This is Paul Campbell. So I know you got some friends that's going to be passing through. That's going to come show some love to and a vibe and an energy.
Yes,
The
I
people
am.
are looking forward to it. And I know you're excited about it too. What
Yeah,
is it?
man. I mean, people truly are because I get the phone calls. Is it this week? I mean, I understand. No, next week. I mean, get to island dot or as a matter of fact, let me just quickly say this before the boss broke my foot. You get there you go. You're even quicker, boy. I tell you, I'm so old school. You press a button and there you go. You
Jojo,
know,
we
Wait,
got him.
well, you can't say this, not in this, like I can. Uh, Limited seating, people. Limited seating. So please get your tickets early so you're part of the hip event. Please.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And again, what I do have to say thank you for for the likes of yourself and AJ and Mark, everybody is diversifying the entertainment, because sometimes we can get so in a situation where it's one thing. Every time somebody says entertainment, we say, okay, which stage show this, right? And we have 5 arts to choose from. But the way how things go with you guys, you talk about the culinary part of it, you talk about music, you talk about the visual arts, and of course, you bring the stage to it. And thank you so much, because we need a lot more, and we need the world to see
Listen,
us as
man,
more than one thing.
it is what is going away from the humanity of it all. I mean, you're becoming almost sensitized not to think about humans no more. The music, the live music, having the singer sit in front of you and sing out and belt it out in front of you. You're not depending on it digitally. You have the man cooking there, and I'll bun and pop and bun him, and you see him react to it, and him take out the flitters and him hand it to you, and it's hot and nice, and you dip it in that's real experience.
Wow.
That is the experience that we're missing terribly. I mean, the touch, the affection, the people camaraderie, getting together, man. So, I'm in many ways, this is the place to be on August 6th. Jamaica's Independence Day.
And for those people who, again, come through a little early on and see if we can get that picture out, Paul. Stick around, get a picture of the legendary Paul Campbell, get something signed. I got a whole bunch of DVDs at my house, so I might be passing through with 6, 7 of them.
We have some paintings on cups and, stuff that can be purchased as well. That are paintings of mine. Yeah, AJ Brown. I mean, I tell you, Island spaces up to the time when it comes to being as brother. So please come by and come sit down, come learn something, come be inspired, come sit down and chat to me, because there are many. I see a man do a double take the other day, and I'm saying to myself, oh, he recognize me, I'm a grado, man. So, because none of I think probably the last role I still had, but the man still record him say, you can't hide,
No, you can't.
you just have to open your mouth.
You can't hide. I always wonder, you're a part of our inspiration. You stand and serve to inspire so many of us. Right about now, is it a challenge for you to find inspiration, or are just inspirations all around you?
Say that again.
Being that person who is inspiring me and many others. So I oftentimes wonder, how is inspiration for you? Because a lot of time you're there doing what you do to inspire us, but how do you find your inspiration, especially in these times when it's so fast and everything is so fleeting?
I'm on a different plane now, hence the plane, as my paintings will tell you, speak loudly too. But I've always noted that. I can tell you, it happened from the first play, the first pantomime. Whenever I process as an actor, where do I go? I don't go to a book. I don't go outside. I go within.
Wow.
I go within and I break it down. I teach. When I teach my students, I talk about how you break it down, the actor's truth. So you break it down now and you say, all right, that Virginia now, and then I liken him to somebody who I know when we used to live at Kingston 13, and the day when we sit down Swetnam Road corner, and the brother run out of Channel 1 and back up the youth and grab him under the throat and open the ratchet to them teeth with the breath and and him say, I'm going to give you a telephone cut, and he jammed the thing in his mouth and pull it down. And I was traumatized for about 30 years.
Wow.
But this is the part of life that they say, art imitating life. So I took that when Dancehall Queen came by and fashioned the kind of dogmatic, beast-like, where you see him breath because he must spit and all of that. So it do that, and you break down all of them the way the man, the lunatic, the madman, first time around went within. because it was a very lonely place. I quit my job and went walking for months. Crab louse, grass slice, all of that, because I wanted to become the character.
Mm.
I lived in a town called Bamboo where nobody knew. They just thought I was the original madman. When you watch the film, the people that hoist me on them shoulder, them there is from Bamboo.
Mm. So
And
those aren't actors.
and they were so happy for them resident madman. So it was that, you know. So
Yeah.
you go within and you work. You work, you know, you convince these people because you sit in the squalor, you have the crab louse and you pick it just like how everybody else would pick it, and you become this, you know. Early mornings under the sea, get help the fisherman then pull you in the boat. We get 3 rotten fish, 3 stone, light a little fire, big dinner. Then I walk behind Dunn's River, and that is, I mean, you talk about a sanctuary, and I talk about a fruitful orchard.
Yeah.
Mango, guinea, soursop, star apple, you know, the works, you know, and then you sit down in your loneliness and your thoughts because this character spoke to animals and plants. Like the so-called normal people do when they're watering their plants. Darling, you look lovely when they're watering. Yeah, they
Yep.
speak to plants too. But why you call this man mad, eh?
Yep.
But I can tell you it's not a bad habit. I can tell you it's not a bad habit. Trees to include trees, but definitely, man. So you go within, you know, and you get these things. And I never plan as a character for the voice. After me work out all of the logistics, like the short breathing for the guy in a dancehall queen, him breathe short, and him always tighten up him jawbone. So theme thing always in a turmoil, you know.
Right.
Nobody wants to be around that nigga. You know, yeah, you know. So
Yep.
it's all these different things. Yeah, the cop. I've seen cops come from Kingston 13. You know, the days of eradication squad, jump in, jump out jeep.
Right.
You
Right.
know, I've seen many things. You know, so yeah, it wasn't hard. You
Right.
know, and all of that. You know, the nuances. You know,
Right.
that comes the details, like the akimbo of the lunatic, because it reshaped his body. You know, I mean, all of that. I mean, detail, brother, detail, and I think when it's detailed, it makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I dig that. And is there any difference in terms of inspiration for the paintings? How different is finding inspiration to paint?
Same thing. Inside, I see things that I'm affected by it. You know, and everything I'm affected by. The new day. I like the thought of the new day, and when you go to bed at night, you're not assured of waking up the next morning. So it's waking up to a new day, a new beginning every day. Every day.
Wow.
And therefore you have to be grateful, brother. You know? So it's
true.
all of that. Some people take it for granted and don't. So I do a painting called A Brand New Day. And when you walk first into the museum, you'll see it straight ahead. That kind of thing, you know. I hear about the children being, you know, and there's a painting talking about that too, you know. It's called The Insatiable Appetite.
Oh man.
You know, so it's all of these things, you know, but it's going in and you're processing, because the truth is, you sit down and all your thought, and nothing started for you before your first thought. Nothing. And after that, everything that you do is from a thought.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
You know, I mean, but you have a choice, B. You know, it's just that sometimes you have to work on your timing, but these days it's not your timing anymore. The timing is dictated. You see how quick the edits are on everything these days? That's the timing. And that's why you have a small LCD screen. you know, and the quick TikTok and whatever. Yeah. Now you're getting what? Short dramas. You're getting the short dramas now, right? Yeah.
Short reels,
Yeah,
pass. Yep.
there is no more, languishing and really feeling the part and being on the part of the winner and all of that and elevating, feeling satisfied after going through all of the emotional whatever. It's just wham and it's done.
And it's
Wham
over.
and it's yeah, like I say, taking away.
Yeah.
It takes away from the being.
Yeah.
It takes away from the being, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So passing it on is a great thing. You know what you've learned, and I mean, yeah, it's always a good thing.
The thing I dig about experiences like this and experience that we're about to have is we don't often we see many beautiful paintings sometimes, and see the Van Gogh and all them look at things, but you don't have the opportunity to ask them. You're gonna go out and look at this abstract art from Pablo Picasso, but he ain't around for you to ask him a question. The beauty in this pretty much is I can look at this painting and with respect wait until they don't answer. Mr. Campbell, can you just give me a little insight into this? And you can do that, and that's why I implore everybody, make sure it's gonna come out, because this is an experience that is to be cherished. It is to be relished, because it does not happen on a regular.
I just being with everyone and all of that, and just what's going on, and just island space, Caribbean Museum, so the entire Caribbean, which is a wonderful thing. I'm up for it, Bridget. I'm really, peaked about it. Yeah.
Well, August 6th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Island Space Caribbean Museum, Fort Lauderdale.
And I tell you a little thing about the painting world too. Why sometimes people, they don't have to interpret. You don't have to interpret a painting.
Just enjoy.
Sometimes some artists paint for you to feel. This is why some artwork like Edvard Munch, The Scream, where this man running across the bridge with an open mouth.
Right.
Yeah, Edvard Munch's painting that became world. It's a feeling that it emits. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not necessarily. You haven't got to be a professor to come to the gallery. Just
come enjoy be a connoisseur. Colors. Just come enjoy.
Yeah, just come enjoy the colors, and let just look on it. Look on it.
Wow. I dig that. Make sure that when it come out, ladies and gentlemen, because again, like I said, this is one of our cherished artists, and I use the word. Sometimes we have to be specific with our artists. I'm just gonna be saying artists when it comes to you, because you traverse so many planes, but it comes right back to the art. And I appreciate it. The masses appreciate it. August 6th, Island Space Caribbean Museum. Take the whole family. Take grandma, take your husband, take your wife, take the kids. It is something special. It's
that kind of atmosphere. I mean, that's one of the greatest thing about that place, Yeah.
I love it. And we need we need to make sure the powers that be, make sure Mr. Paul Campbell get flowers, and Paul not supposed to buy gas at Jamaica. You're not supposed to buy groceries at Jamaica. You're not supposed to. I'm just saying, you're supposed to buy a tire. Not supposed to pay for oil changes. But because you've inspired so much of us.
Yeah. Man, it's always a pleasure, man. I mean, when we spoke during Dancehall Queen or just before dance, that was some time. I remember you just started G Connect, and you remember?
Yeah, man.
I might have been your third or fourth guest.
Yep. When the studio was at the house.
Yes. And now you're an empire.
I mean, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up,
But I mean, that's what it is. Ain't nothing but growth. That's all it is.
So true. Yeah. So true. And I'm gonna make sure I'm there. I'm gonna pass through. I gotta make sure I get my thing and bring the family, and I'm looking forward.
Yes, Bridget. Yes.
I'm looking forward.
That'd be nice.
Pleasure, sir. And I'm gonna roll up with the cameras too. So I gotta capture some stuff live from there too. So I'll see you in a couple of days.
Blessed love, and to everybody out there in radio land and internet land and Please come August 6th at 6 p.m.
Don't miss it.
Much love and
Blessings, my
maximum
brother.
respect.
Every time. Take it easy.
All
I'll
right,
see you in a
Mr.
few.
Cole Big Son. All right.
love. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Campbell, the legend. All right. A fusion of planes. Make sure, say, you come through and have a good time with all of us. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe. Like I said, it's vinyl night, so we got some more vinyl to drop on you. Some things we're going to be talking about. When I said I don't want to miss this one, I don't want to miss it. I don't think you want to miss it. All right. But let's drop a joint for y'all, man. So no vex with me. Hola, tune, yeah. It's culture, ladies and gentlemen. My special guest is Mr. Paul Campbell, the legend. We're keeping the music going, man.
Rent man $1 for your rent.
Hey, Nadine Wagwan, so good to see you. Donna, what up? Samantha, thank you so much. Ellie Wagwan, large up. Frank.
The rent man, the rent man. The rent man. Now we've been working all day long to pay the rent man. In this hot, fiery feeling, burning sun. Our offering like pay that we get for the day. The rent man is back and forth to take it all away. Rent man, the rent man, the rent man, the rent man. Tomorrow is another rent day. So when the rent man comes on it, tell him that said he won't get no money for this valley tenement flat. Say he won't get no money for this valley tenement flat.
It's called Rent Man, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Grammy Rose. We in the crates right now, in the archives right now. Thank you so much, Nadine. I appreciate it. Always a joy to catch up with Sir Paul. You know.
I've been to the rent board more than several times. They dish me dirt every time.
When I say we don't use the word legend loosely, you know. Sometimes we ask to tell out the word legend and I use it too loosely. We can't do that.
You won't get the money for this valley.
That's a legend right there. Make sure you come out August 6th. Island Space Caribbean Museum. Plantation, Florida. It's called A Fusion of Planes, an inspiring theatrical performance. Come check out the art. Tickets available at islandspacefl.org. Islandspacefl.org.
Won't get no money for this valley. Tenement flat. Said you won't get no money for this valley. Tenement flat. The rent man. Oink.
Michael Grammy Rose is called Rent Man, ladies and gentlemen. Again, like I tell you, man, we in the vaults, man. We in the crates. We doing what we do, you know. But like I said, I made a post earlier as I paid attention to some performances from Reggae Land, and it's not just Reggae Land, it's just there's a hierarchy that people put on musicians and artists based on what they've amassed in terms of their catalog. And that ought to be that way. So if you've got that uber great catalog, then we got to respect that. And we got to, that hierarchy, it is what it is, right? But then we also have that of the performer. And there's a hierarchy for that too, because some people who sell the records don't exactly have the same impact on the stage and vice versa, right? But then when we talk about representing the culture and doing it well, there are some people who embody it all. And again, to simplify it, I say to myself, if I was to introduce somebody to reggae, to dance hall, it was dance hall in particular that I was talking about, who could I safely and confidently say to somebody who's not familiar with dance hall? They're familiar with hip hop and R&B and pop and country and whatever, all the other mainstream genres, right? Or more commercial genres, I should say. And I want to introduce them to this genre of music. What artist could I say, listen, when this artist come to town, buy the ticket, go see him, go see him. And I was watching clips from Mr. Vegas's performance at Reggae Land. Now, bear in mind, I've seen Mr. Vegas perform tons of times and even tons more on screen, right? Internet, whatever. Consistency. Represent the culture on a high level. The catalog, we don't even talk the catalog. We know what the catalog is like. The artist catalog could probably give you 15, 20 hits, right? One of the most commercially successful dancehall artists of all times. One of the most charting dancehall artists of all times. Again, when it comes to how we soak in, how we digest, how we appreciate music, oftentimes we are very, very selective. And we will be very verbose about who our favorites are. You know, I got my favorites, you've got your favorites. But I also realize that a lot of times people say, I'm not a fan of an artist. And the truth is you are. You're a closeted fan. But not only are you a fan of the artist and hiding it, sometimes you're a fan of the artist and you don't realize it. You've already lied to yourself. And why it is that way is because most people who say, I am not a fan of an artist, especially when it comes to a genre like a dance hall, is not that you're not a fan of the artist, but a lot of times you are a fan of that artist's rival. So for lack of a better word, again, as the analogy that I posted, there's artist A and artist B. You are a big fan of artist B. So because an artist A and B got beef. So because you're a fan of artist B, is almost like you put yourself in a position where you can't appreciate the works of artist A. You really love it, you know. Tell yourself you don't. Or when you explain, how I know this is because when you explain and when you express any form of appreciation and love for what artist A does, you always round it out by mentioning artist B, right? It's almost like the Gully Gaza scenario. There are many people and are many people who are fans or were fans from then of a Mavado. And we see that now when peace is reigning and both artists are performing on a Sumfest, or not, before even Sumfest, when they're doing their thing and there's more unity and love now because they're grown now, right? That's what I'm going to attribute all this to. They're grown now. So when you watch that right now, it makes me say to myself, all those people who had chosen a side, they only chose that side because of the artist themselves. It's not that they didn't have an appreciation for the other artist's music. And it doesn't mean you weren't a fan of the other artist's works. But for one reason or another, you opted to align with this person. And because that person was the rival, you just, gonna digest their music. You're not gonna accept it. But again, now post beef, you can appreciate, you can dive in, and you can celebrate and enjoy what are your two favorites on the stage. All right. I say all of this just to say, open up your ears and your hearts and just enjoy the music for what it is. Forget about the artist sometimes. But give credit where credit is due, though. Because again, in everything, if you have to choose your representative, let's just be real. Let's just be real. If you had to choose your representative, an artist, to go perform and go represent dancehall culture, yes, we got some young artists coming up, but you're trying to convince some people who are not familiar, not fans of the genre, and you have to go find an artist or two or three or whatever. Forget that. You only got an opportunity to select one, and you want to send that artist out there, or you want to tell somebody, go to that artist concert, that artist show, and you're like hoping or counting on that artist's performance to lure this new person into the genre. Who could it be? And again, I say Mr. Vegas. It doesn't mean he's the only, because you have the likes of a Beanie Man. You have the likes of a Busy Signal. Right? And again, I'm keeping it dance hall. Right? Unfortunately, it's all the elder statesmen. Right? And there are other people who are great too. If you want a performance, an energetic, just a fun performance, you have your Elephant Mans of the world and so forth, right? And a bag of people, And if you want some people who, just tug on your memories and your nostalgia when you were in high school and things are going and boom, and you have your shams and you have your, you know what I mean? But again, if you want somebody to go on the stage and the presentation, the sonics, the catalog, the clarity, the professionalism, all that, you're trying to compete with all the other genres out there and get them to come home, come to base. I ain't going front. I can't think of one that represents it in totality as much as a Mr. Vegas. Now, for the people who had hit me up and be like, no, blah, 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 blah. I realized early. I knew in advance, but I realized early in the conversation that you didn't disagree. You just are unable to articulate your agreement because you've got a gripe with other things that the artist does. Maybe his online persona or his social media persona is what you got a gripe with. But you do understand, agree, and quietly, silently, internally, introspectively respect what the artist does. But, you got your gripe based on something else. But I want you to go on YouTube, and I want you to look up, and I want you to do whatever the case may be and just see what the artist brings to the table. I'm telling you, as an ambassador for the culture, that's an ambassador of the culture that I'm proud of. Now, get me wrong. Again, like I said, if he called in sick, I'd have to call Moses. You know what I'm saying? And I am in no way, shape, or form comparing the catalogs and saying one artist catalog is better than the other. Right? I'm just saying overall, as a representative, I'd probably send, like when you got a class and the teacher picked that student from the class who they're going to send out to represent the class. Yeah, I think I'm sending Mr. Vegas, right? Again, right there too is a Beanie Man. But I think the Beanie Man thing narrows it a little bit more to catalog and stage. Right? And of course, his presentation is always top tier also. Right? But I think I'm going to get more deep into the catalog and more off the songs from a Vegas than I would from a Beanie. But again, the crazy thing about it is, technically speaking, these are both to the elder statesmen of dance. A lot of myself massacre too, because again, I said young youths out there not them thing. Right? But there's levels to this, and I always wonder when the conversation of the king of the dance hall goes on, comes up with certain things, because there's a lot of people who it's the fanfare and whatever that is the only thing there. If you have a checklist of qualifications, most of the people who we toss in the conversation would not meet all of those qualifications, but we still have them up there because of the fandom and the impact that they've had. And don't get me wrong, that's a part of being a legend too, the impact. But at the end of the day, I think it's a combination of the catalog, the tenure, how long you've been at it, the impact. I mean, if it's music, we got to get into records sold, right? We got to get into just overall commercial hits, not just regional and domestic hits, right? Crossover stuff like there's a bunch of things that you put into legend. I'd like to say there should be a bunch of things we put in the King too, but in the same breath, I know we know that it's not the case, right? Again, it's just overrate. If you're from Jamaica or off the culture, rate is a word. We have a football player who never scored a goal, yet him can't bring him team from one level to the other because he just ain't that guy. He's not a locker room presence. He's not a stalwart in terms of motivating the other players or whatever, but he's a baller. We rate him. All right? And in our eyes, he's good enough to go play in any league anywhere across the world, but he really is not. But we rate him. You know what I mean? And the same thing happens with artists too. We rate him. The artist there, we rate him. Right? Again, who's my favorite dancehall artist of all times? Bounty Killer. Right? Peak Bounty Killer. But if again, and this is all hypothetics right here, if I'm looking for the representative to go represent the class, I say, okay, I'm gonna send you in this arena that nobody from dancehall is, in the hopes that you're going to come back home with a lot of people willing to give the genre a chance. I'm still choosing Mr. Vegas as the representative. And again, if he calls in sick, reaching for be the man. You know what I mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the music. Again, it's vinyl. It's the summertime. It's vinyl, man. And I'm playing right now Old to the New, courtesy of VP Records. And we are Squeeze. We playing vinyl. One Mr. Richard Stevens. Check this out.
How could I leave? How could I possibly go on? If you should say goodbye, just like a rose, if you don't water it every month, it withers and it dies. Promise you won't leave me. Promise you won't hurt me. Promise you won't ever make me blue. 'Cause if you ever leave me, if you should desert me, baby, I don't know just what I do. Said I really don't know just what I do. Said I really don't know just what I do. Whoa, it was our day. That man should leave his mother and flee to the woman that he loved. I'm very sure that I could never love anyone the way I love you now. Ooh, promise you won't leave me. Promise you won't hurt me.
if you ever leave me, if you should desert me, baby, I don't know just what I do. Say I really don't know just what I do. Said I just don't know just what I do. Whoa.
Hello, world. Hey, Hope, how you doing?
Whoa.
Cha cha. Yeah, man, I want to bad nothing. Trust me, body.
How could I ever live? Whoa. It was our day. That man should leave his mother and flee to the woman that he loves. I'm very sure that I could never love anyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to say thank you to my guest this evening, legendary Mr. Paul Campbell.
You know,
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you pop Sure Island Space Cabinet Museum on August 6th.
she won't leave.
Enjoy the vibe, all right? Something special is gonna be happening. Yes, indeed.
Promise she won't ever.
I'm gonna splash it some more, you know what I mean? Splash it, so you can see what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. One more, could drop another thing to start. Freddie, where you say? Where you say?
Should I put my trust in you? I wanna know. Hey, should I have faith in you? Should I put my trust in you? And should you let me down? Should I flirt around? Why should I feel this way? Thinking that you're going away. There ain't no way we'll stay together anymore. I might to go on now, living this way.
It's the Big Ship Captain.
Acting like a child so young and gay.
Sir Freddie McGregor.
Well, you don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be loved. Oh no. I've got to tell you this. Your love I tried to resist, for I just can't go on like this, pretending each day. You make me feel so mad. You make me feel so sad whenever I'm to share your love. So how can I ever go on living this way, girl? Acting like a child so young and gay.
Let him have it.
Girl, you don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be loved. Oh no. Oh no. Hey. You don't know how it feels to be in love. Hey. I won't come down on you with lightning, brimstone, or fire. For in my heart that is what I require. My heart desire is for you to be true and strong, and that someday you get to know where you went wrong. For how could I ever go on living this way, girl? Acting like a child so young and gay. For I know you don't know how it feels to
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole. He's got a heart of gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give this sliding through, man. It's almost that time. But I'll tell you what. When I stop, you know, another thing set up already. We gonna squeeze more. You know the thing going already. We gonna squeeze more. But again, go back to the post. Like I said, if we got to send a representative out there, who's your representative? If you got to represent dancehall on international planes, you know, not for the regular audience, not for everybody who's already versed in dancehall culture and dancehall music, right? But somebody who, to an audience of people who are new to this, and you want to represent them at the highest level. You want people who are more so paying attention to R&B, hip hop, pop, country, whatever, to see the heights of dancehall and what we offer in every avenue. Who's your representative? Who you sending? You sending a bat for us? Who you sending a bat for us? Again, I'm sending Mr. Vegas. Who are you guys sending a bat for us? Go squeeze one more for a time. You know what I mean? George Knox. Get him that one, yeah. You know what I mean? Legendary.
You were seen running round with him again. Oh, yeah.
George Knox.
But I knew when you said you were through with it, you still care. Oh, just as I thought you were mine.
Hot to.
You were seen running round with him again. Oh, yeah. But I knew when you said you were through with it, you still care. Oh, just as I thought you were mine. He told you all those dreadful lies. 'Cause while you running around, I'm gonna be left with the broken. But I guess this is where you wanna be. Oh, yeah. Still, I'd much rather have you here with me. Oh, yeah. Oh, why didn't you let me know before I let myself go? 'Cause while you running around, I'm gonna be left with the broken. Now, left with the broken heart. I knew that he was taking you away. By the way, he was looking at you that day. So I guess I had to find another love. Oh, yeah. There is nothing I can
George Knox.
to you, my love. No,
Another fine version right here.
darling, darling, darling. But someday you gonna come back to me. While in someone else's arms, I'm gonna be.
It's almost that time. I want to thank you for rocking, all right?
While I'm running.
This is Wayne Wonder saying J. Cole, legal business, man.
You were seen running round.
Nakikinig sa música Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
You still care. Oh, just as I thought you were mine.
To today's show comes to you courtesy of Under the Stars Jokes and Jammins in celebration of Jamaican independence. All right, the show's going to be Friday, August 7th at the Totally Delicious Ice Cream Park in Old Harbor, St. Catherine. All right, Major Hype, King of Caribbean Comedy, Fancy Cats in the building, Kathy Grant, the hilarious music coming to you courtesy of Len Hammond. All right, also the legendary Mr. Eric Donalds, and of course the big man himself, the big deal, Christopher Martin. All right, make sure you're there August 7th. Get your tickets at totallydeliciousjamaica.com. Totallydeliciousjamaica.com. I thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Appreciate y'all big time. I got to roll up out of here, though. I got to go. All right, remember to hit me up on social media at my G Cole, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, well, it's available everywhere. Homegrown with G Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, Amazon Prime, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. We listen to some great music, talk to some great people. But to get up out of here, and of course, when I rolls up out of here, just rewind the thing, started from top, you know, and check out the reasoning with the legendary Sir Paul Campbell. We rolling.
No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy, get no love from me. Hanging on the pesticides,